Today I'm going to show you how to make practical, easy, and inexpensive throw pillow covers. It's not super difficult to make pillow covers, but in my opinion, this is the most practical, easy, and inexpensive way to do so, and this is why. So I'm sitting out here on my front porch bench that I made, and I have a couple of throw pillows. Now these throw pillows I actually bought. They're outdoor weather pillows, and I like to keep them out for spring and summer. But then when it comes fall and Christmas, I really want to cover those pillows with a different fabric that would be more appropriate for the season. So I could just go out and buy some new pillows, but that's probably going to cost like $10 or $20 per pillow. Plus, then I have to store them, and that's not practical to me because 2 of these pillows is going to take up like half of a tub in my basement, and I just don't want to have that much tubs of decorating stuff. I'm just not into it that much. So what I'm going to show you today is how to do throw pillows, in my opinion, the best way. So I went to Walmart. This is the inexpensive part. I went to Walmart and I bought some duck fabric. And yes, you can see on there it says $3.97 for all of this fabric. And that was not on sale. That was its regular price, $3.97 a yard. It's the thicker, like, duck fabric that you would get that you could use for pillows or, like, upholstery, curtain type stuff. So it's going to cost a total of $3.97 to cover both of these pillows. That's $2 a pillow. I don't think you can get it cheaper anywhere else. The practical reason not only is for storage, you can just take the covers off. You can fold them to like this size and throw them in a tub. So you could like change them out every month if you wanted, and it wouldn't be that big of a deal. It's also practical because the covers that I am going to make are removable. They don't have zippers, they don't have snaps, they don't have Velcro, they don't have anything on them. They're an envelope style pillow cover. And then you can just easily remove them. You could throw these in the washing machine and the dryer. So that's super practical too if they get messy. And the last reason is this is super easy. This is the easiest way I found to make pillow covers. And I have some on my couch inside that I've made the same way, but these ones I'm just going to do for my outdoor bench. You literally will make 3 straight line seams with your machine, 3, and you will literally use your scissors and make 1 straight cut. It's that easy, so stay tuned. I'm going to show you how. Step 1 is I'm going to make my 1 cut, and as you can see here, I've laid out my 1 yard of material, and I'm just making 1 cut in the very center and cutting it down the middle, and I'll go all the way to the end. Step 2, I have 2 sections now, 2 pieces, and where this edge is that shows you where the edge is, I'm going to keep this one that looks nice and this one that has the writing on it. I'm just going to take, and I am going to actually get my iron out for this, which I don't iron anything, but it really will save you some time. And I'm just going to fold this over. I'll iron, and then I'm going to fold it over again and iron that down. So I got my iron out, and just to show you once again, there were 2 raw edges. I left the raw edge that still looked like the fabric, and then the raw edge that had this white strip on it, I just fold it in half once, fold it in half again, and then I ironed it so you can see that it's holding itself down now. And then I'm going to take this to my machine, and I am just going to sew 1 straight line right here just to give that a nice finished look. So it's 1 straight line right there. And of course I'm going to do that on both of the pillow covers. I guess the lighting down here isn't that great, but you can see on my machine we're just making 1 little edge seam here, just in a straight line along the very edge, and I'm going to go and do this on the whole piece. Okay, I finished my seam there, so now this is a nice edged seam because that one is going to show. The other one on this side is not going to show. That's why I'm just going to leave it there. And since it's not going to fray because it was the edge of the bolt, I'm just going to leave it. You could do the same thing to this side if you wanted, but it's unnecessary. So I have my piece of material here. Remember, I've only cut 1 thing. I cut these 2 pieces in half because I'm going to have 2 pillows. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold these in for my envelope style. I need to fold in the finished off one first. This one's going to show. So I'm going to fold it in the middle here. And then I'm going to fold this one on this side. So I have what looks like an envelope here. Now, my pillow, I know I want it to be about 17 inches by 17 inches. So I've got my measuring thing here so I can say, oh, well, I need a little bit bigger. So I'm just going to open it back up and move it over a little bit farther here.
So I now have about 17 inches there. And I'm going to flip this back over again. Now, this doesn't need to match up exactly to that end. And however far this folds from each other, that's how much depth they're going to be overlapping, which is helpful because that way there's no gap. That's why you don't need a button or a snap or a zip or anything there. So I can feel the edge of my seam is here all the way to here. So there's going to be that much material overlapping that you won't see any gaps if your pillow, opens up a little bit. Now I'm using a ping pong table as my work surface because that works for me, but I have this measuring board here, which is really convenient, but you could just use measuring tape too. So I want my pillow to be 17 by 17. So I can see here now that I've folded these, that this is right at 17. And then I want the other way to be 17 also. So I'm just gonna move this up and I'm going to see my dimensions here and I want it to be 17. Well, you can see right now it's 19. But by the time I make my seams, I'm gonna do an inch seam on this side and sewing all the way across here. I'm gonna make sure I do that for about an inch, and that will give me a lot of leeway here for any fraying, especially if I'm going to be washing this pillow. And then I'm gonna make up that next inch when I do the seam up here. I'm gonna do an inch seam right there. Those are the two other straight lines you're gonna sew. So you sewed the one straight line on this piece, and then you're gonna sew one straight line here and one straight line here, and that's it. You can see that I made these stitches, one straight line there, one straight line there, and now I'm going to just inside it out. Okay, now the pillow is complete. You can see, and now that I've inside it out, that your nice finished side is right here, which is gonna be the back of your pillow. And there's the front of your pillow, and you're just gonna stick it on, and you're done. And when you're done with your season, you can wash it and fold it really fast and put that tiny little thing in your tub for the next season, and it doesn't take up any space at all. Now I'm back out to my front porch and I've put my new pillow covers on, and this is the front side, and then the back is the envelope style, so it just has the one seam showing there. But since we left so much extra material, even if it gapes a little bit, you're not going to be able to see that other pillow down in there because it's such a huge overlap.
And there you have it, how you make easy, practical, and inexpensive throw pillows.